gang? It's your girl Nigee Xo. Keep your heart alive. You feel me? We back in this. So look, y'all been anticipating part 2 of the story time, so y'all about to get it. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. Go ahead and comment down blue hearts and ladybugs. I think I'm gonna just keep telling y'all to do that because I love seeing it in the comment section. I know I look a little bald head right now, but guess what? You can do anything you want when you sexy. So don't care. To tell you the truth, the wig is not looking too good. That's what it is, but it's okay. I ain't gonna show y'all what's under here. Do I look good? Of course I do. Oh, let me make sure y'all can't see the list. This is part 2 of the story time about my worst roommate experience. And if you ain't seen part 1, I think you should go watch part 1, because if you didn't watch part 1, you're gonna be confused about part 2. And I don't want you to be confused because I love you. Go ahead and watch part 1 and come back to part 2 if you didn't see part 1 already. Thank you. The last thing I said in part 1 was that she had just moved her auntie inside of the house. It was the auntie and the nephew. The auntie, we're gonna call her Miss Baskin. Miss Baskin. She had just moved the auntie inside the house with the nephew. Let me explain to y'all the problems with the auntie being there. The first problem was that because we were in a program, I can't tell you that because I'm gonna give y'all a story time about my first house and all that. Okay, so the biggest problem with the auntie being there, aside from the fact that she didn't ask me, was the fact that we were in a program. So in our program, we had certain things and certain restrictions. Like, we just couldn't do certain things. And one of them was having overnight guests. So we were basically like sneaking around and having an auntie there, because if we would have got caught, like, she would have got in trouble. I'm not sure if I would have got in trouble, but either way, it was just a bad situation. It's like these people made this program to try to better us, and look at what we're doing. The wrong thing. But that was one problem with the situation. Another problem was that I used to have Sydney over from time to time. Well, all the time, I'm not gonna lie. And even though we weren't supposed to have overnight guests, I was breaking the rules too. I was breaking the rules too. But the only difference between her and me was that I wouldn't have somebody dead ass living in the apartment. Like, she would come and visit and spend the night, but it wouldn't be like she lived there, you know? We were both doing the wrong thing, but what she was doing was wronger than me, so it canceled out. It's or math or something, I don't know. But I feel like I took a little advantage. She jumped ship. Like, she did the damn thing for real. There would dead ass be times where like Miss Rain would come and then Miss Baskin would have to hide. She wasn't supposed to be there, you feel me? Because of the fact that I used to have Sydney spending the night. Sydney has a car, so Sydney would park her car in the parking lot, and her auntie would dead ass send her nephew in the room to have Sydney move her car so that she could park her car. Like, to this day, I could never understand what it was, because it was a big rape van. It looked like she snatched up niggas. I don't know if it was because of the fact that like she needed 2 parking spaces. I don't know, but either way, I feel like you don't belong here, so why are you making my company uncomfortable? Like, there was a few times where I almost reached my breaking point with that situation, because it would be like 9, 10 in the morning where they're knocking on the door and asking Sydney to move her car. Like, what the f? You're not even supposed to be here. Like, don't do that. I hated that. I hated that so much. Like, you can f with me, like, f with me, f with this dyke right here, but Sydney's leave her out of it. Thank you. One thing that I can say about her auntie was that her auntie was very clean. Her auntie used to cook a lot. There would be times where her auntie would cook, and I have a different type of diet. Like, I'm like a pescatarian/vegetarian, whatever y'all want to call it, I don't care. But I don't eat a lot of meat, you feel me? I don't know if it's because I'm gay, I don't know. So her auntie would like make meals for me on the side every now and then, and I appreciate it because she didn't have to do it. But mind y'all, when she was in the house, she did not contribute to my part of the rent. She did not contribute to anything that benefited me. If anything, she helped my roommate with her expenses, but she never helped me. So it was like, that's the least you could do. Remember this part of the story. She cooked for me a few times and I appreciated it. Remember that, because it's gonna come back later. That's a key part to the story I want y'all to remember. Another thing that I did not like about her auntie being there was that, remember I told y'all that the auntie had the nephew, and the little boy, I'm not gonna say he was a bad kid, because you know, kids are gonna be kids, but every morning, like, the little boy would give the auntie a hard time, and I could hear everything in my room, and it used to make me so mad, because I started to feel like, do y'all even have respect for the fact that y'all in this for free, and I'm the paying bills and I can't even sleep? Y'all already done took over the whole living room. My house was but so big. You could walk through the front door and see everything. This was a small duplex. Because of the fact that they were living with us, they dead ass lived in the living room. Because of that, there would be times where like I would just be in my room. It made things 10 times worse, that it's like I can't be comfortable in my own house. It used to be a sad ass feeling, I ain't gonna lie. It would be times where Miss Baskin, Carol, and the nephew was in the living room. They all happy, all kumbaya and shit. Happy as hell, big ass happy family, and I'm in my room sad as f. Why am I sad in my own house? I ain't with that situation at all. They ended up staying with us for like 3 months. I want to say like within like a month and a half or like the first 2 months. Carol would tell me, my auntie found this place over here, my auntie found that place. She would make it sound like the auntie was making progress to where she would eventually be gone, but it took so long. Like it would be like 1 week I'd be like, oh yeah, she gonna be gone this week, this gonna be her last week here, and she would stay, and I'd be like, what the f? Like, why are you still here? Go. It just prolonged and prolonged, and it ended up being 3 months. So the way her auntie left, Miss Baskin and Carol got into a big argument. Long story short, Miss Baskin ends up finally packing her stuff up and actually leaving. That happens, her auntie gets her own place. I think eventually they got back cool. Don't know, don't care. No, they did get back cool because I remember I would see her auntie from time to time at the house.
Still park her fucking van at the place.
She would still park her van at the place, and it used to piss me off because it was just like the whole situation rubbed me wrong so much that I was just like, I don't even want to breathe your air. I don't even want to see your rape van. Don't park your rape van in this parking lot. I'm sick of it. Eventually, she just stopped coming around, and I ain't even asked about her. Like, I didn't care. Fast forward in the story. Gotta keep the ball rolling, keep the ball rolling. This is where it get crazy. The coronavirus starts getting more serious. You know, everybody was hearing about the coronavirus over social media and whatnot. It was a joke, and then it wasn't funny no more. So everybody is starting to get into like preparation mode. Everybody's getting serious. Like, oh shit, like this shit about to start. Like, it's about to get real. I was one of them people who was like, if it come and get people, I'm gonna make sure I don't get got. So me and Sydney one day, we were talking to Carol, right? And we said, look, Carol, this shit is getting serious. Like, it looks like it's gonna get crazy. Me and Sydney are thinking about going to her sister's house. Her sister's name is Peyton and the boyfriend's name is Santiago. So we're thinking about going to Peyton and Santiago's house because if we are quarantined and we have to be stuck in the same place, we want to make sure we're able to be sane and be around other people. And we were trying to explain to her how serious it's gonna get because in my head, I'm thinking we need tissue, we need soap, we need food, like all of these things. I sound like a concerned mother. I care, you feel me? So she was like talking to me, and from the conversation that me and Sydney had with her, we were just like, yeah, she's not taking this shit serious. Me and Sydney, like, we even went out and did like big grocery sprees, and we were like, we're gonna make sure we're super prepared, and we never got that same energy from her. So we were like, okay, if she's not gonna take it serious, then let's just go to Sydney's sister's house and just thug it out over there until things start to get a little bit more normal. So we ended up leaving, right? This is when all hell starts to break loose. We go to her sister's house. I want to say like the first month was cool. So there'll be times like I would have to go back to the house to probably like pick up some mail or to pick up a package, like, you know, just certain stuff you do at your house. So I go there. Every time I went there, I swear to God, on my mama, like there's only one time where there wasn't a large group of people. There was one time I go to the house, I text her, I said, look, I'm on my way, I'm coming, but she had to reply. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'm still gonna pop up, you know, it's still my house. So I go in the house and I see her on the couch with this guy, and they both sleep, and it was the most awkward situation for me because it's like both of y'all niggas sleep on the couch. It's like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, I'm not gonna wake you up, and if you wake up, I don't want you to see me. Like, that's weird. Like, I just looked at the table, I ain't see no milk for me, and I left. It was so weird for me. Like, I don't know, why the f y'all sleeping in the living room? Go in your room. That was like the only time that there wasn't a large group of people. But other than that, I would see like niggas I've never seen before in a house. I see them and I see her. And I went back to Peyton's house with Sydney. We there, and everything was just piling up, accumulating. And I'm just like, damn, bro, like I'm not in my house and you got these people over. But at the same time, it's crazy because I was still trying to be understanding. Like, why would she tell me she's gonna have people over if I'm not there? We still had the agreement where even if I was there, she wouldn't tell me if anybody was coming over. But I guess at this point, it just started to feel like you really overdoing it. Like, it looks like you dead ass have people living in the house, you know? It didn't resonate well with me. So one day I'm on social media. I'm just scrolling and I'm scrolling, you know, just chilling, typical day, whatever. So then I see this girl. She looked familiar to me. So I see her like twirling on the pole. So I'm like, oh, okay, bitch, yes, go do one more for me. Do it one more time. Do that one more time for me. So I look harder. That ain't what I think it is. No, it ain't. I looked again. That's my living room. This girl has a stripper pole in my living room. I'm just like, I'm in shock. I couldn't believe it because it was just like, damn, you did not think to inform me. That's our living room. Like, we pay bills together whether I'm there or I'm not. That should have been ran across me first. So I'm just in this like, this is unbelievable. I didn't even know what to say, what to do. Like, I'm just like literally lost for words. After I seen that, I was like, oh hell no. Clearly you don't give a fuck about me or anybody but yourself. Not to mention, it wasn't just a stripper pole, because a few weeks later, I found out she's throwing parties. This is in the middle of a pandemic. You don't have any concern for yourself, let alone anybody else. You're just so stupid. I can't even say it better than that. Not only that, everybody who was there is stupid as hell too, because what's the limit of people? And it's like 6 people. Gatherings of 6, they exceeded that a long time ago. At this point, I'm like, damn. I was just thinking like, damn, when I go home, like this is something I gotta deal with. That's my house. If the coronavirus was anywhere, it was in my home. I was just thinking about my next move. Like, how am I gonna go about this? Do I send a text? Do I call her? Do I wait till I go home? Like, just, you know, all in my head, all in my thoughts. It gets to this point where it's crazy how life works, because I'm thinking about this whole situation like, I don't know what to do. And then Miss Rain gives me a call and she was like, hey, have you been home lately? Mind you, I ain't tell her nothing. She was like, oh, because I've been getting a lot of noise complaints. I'm on the other side of the phone grinning. I'm hearing that there's some parties going on, blah, blah. She was like, do you know anything about this? Because I already know what's going on, just tell me the truth. At that point, I went 6'9". I don't give a f. Yup, I seen on social media at 11:59 p.m. It was a stripper pole in the living room. The had on a black jacket. She had her auntie wig on. I didn't care no more. I did it. I don't care. Yup, it was me. That's exactly what happened, because she already knew. I'm not gonna say I snitched, but I was an informative associate with what was going on. Call me what you want, I don't care. At that point, she already knew what was going on, so it's like, she basically said, I already know what's going on, just tell me the truth. So I did it. The truth shall set you free, and I'm free. After that, I was basically put in a situation to where I could either go back home to what I was going to go home to, and obviously if you have listened to part 1 or even some of part 2 of the story, you already know that that was not ideal to do. So it's either I could have done that, or Miss Rain gave me the option. She said, look, you can move next door with, we're gonna call her Lasia. I had a decision to make, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, and I thought that I had made the choice that I wanted to make. Eventually, like, I had text Carol. I said, look, when I come back home, I'm gonna have a different roommate. So during this time, I was still trying to be a kiss ass. I was still trying to make things sound better than they were. So I told her, I said, it's not anything concerning you. I just want to have a new start. Like, I just want to move next door. And Lasia does YouTube. So I was like, I want to do YouTube with Lasia. I feel like we have more in common. Like, I think it would just be better for me. I'm just pulling out my asshole at this point. This is where the messages started to come in. I'm going to insert messages. It's going to get juicy. It's going to get tripping wet in here. So I was like, saying all this stuff. So she replies, sounding like she really cares. I mentioned, I think I said, I'll still help you with the light bill that's this month. So then she says what she has to say, right? And then real slickly, she says, oh, and that's not the last light bill. The last light bill is this one. That's when I got pissed off. So the thing about this light bill was that me and Sydney left around the end of March. So I was saying that I will help you pay the bill for, I believe it was April. And I still had not been there. I was just trying to be courteous. The only reason I wanted to be courteous because I was like, she's under the impression that she's gonna have a roommate for longer. She's thinking she's gonna have somebody to split these bills with. So let me help her, even though I haven't been there. So she tried to get me to pay for the month of May as well. That's when I really hit my breaking point. Like, she struck a nerve, because that was when I really stood up for myself. Out of any other times before, like, I kind of just let it ride, like, real pushover, real soft ass. But that time, I was like, no, I'm not doing that. You're dead ass spitting in my face right now. I cannot remember exactly what I said, but the messages will be in the video. I said, I will not help you pay for that extra month because I haven't even been there to help you with the month I'm gonna help you with. But out of the kindness of my heart, I'm still doing that. So I'm not gonna help you do that. So she was like, oh, your name is on the lease. You're still responsible to help me pay these bills. Like, saying all of these things. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna keep going backwards and forth with you. I said, I'm gonna call Miss Rain. And if Miss Rain tells me that I have to pay it, then I will pay it, but I'm not gonna keep going back and forth with you. Real classy. I ain't have to pay that shit because you dead ass wrong. I told her, I said, if you weren't having large amounts of company and you weren't having these big parties, maybe the bill wouldn't be so high. Maybe you wouldn't be so stressed out about paying it if you were doing the right thing. She was like, oh, what does having parties have to do with the light bill? I was having parties in the dark. Okay, all y'all black ass niggas was having parties in the dark? I highly doubt it. So that was like when we really started to fall out. And when I spoke to Miss Rain, one thing she asked me, she said, you know, her last roommate, they got into it or whatever, and then her roommate left or she got kicked out, whatever happened. She was like, I just feel like she's under the impression that she's never the problem. So can you please try to like explain to her like the real reason why you want to go? I told this black, I said, the reason why I want to go is because you basically moved your auntie in without telling me. I just told her everything. And out of everything I said, this says, oh, well, you wasn't saying all that when my auntie was cooking for you. After she said that, I think I just told her straight up. I said, look, I'm not even gonna go back and forth with you. After I read that message, I was like, she's clearly mentally not even on my level. In the paragraph, I was still not disrespectful. Like, I never really entered that disrespectful point. Like, it was a nice paragraph. Like, I even told her, like, I see potential in you to be a better person, because she's not a totally trash, disgusting type person. I literally told you all these things to try to give you a constructive paragraph, and you so ignorant that you decide to just take this part out. At this point, why would I continue to go back and forth with somebody so stupid? Like, I'm stupid too. At that point, I realized that I don't even want to be roommates next to this female. I don't even want to be in this area. When I was thinking about this whole situation, I was telling my mom about it, and my mom was making valid points to me. At the time, I still had another option. I was thinking about staying there, moving next door, or moving away. I made the choice as an adult to say, I don't even want to be in this vicinity no more. I was just like, I want to do something better for me, because I felt like moving next door or just even staying in that area, I just felt like I needed a new beginning, like I needed a new start. I always wanted a new start since I graduated high school. So I was like, this is my chance to really start over. So I decided to move away. I have a moving out vlog coming for y'all, and I got a house tour coming for y'all, because I have great things in store for us. The last thing that happened was, this is what's amazing. Like, this shit right here, this is insane. The day comes, I told Miss Rain, I said, look, I don't want to be a part of the program anymore. I'm gonna end up moving away. This is something that me and her had previously spoke about, that I told her I was considering. She was very understanding about the situation. So the day comes, and she said, meet up with me at the unit to sign the papers that you have to sign. We got to walk through your bedroom one time to make sure you left everything the way it was supposed to. Oh, and I had to give her back the keys. I meet up with Miss Rain. So Miss Rain, I waited for her for a little minute. She ends up showing up. So we meet at my door. So I said, look, Miss Rain, I did not tell Harold that I was coming over. So let me give you a little bit of backstory about this. The program we were in, even though it was a program, it was set up like a house. Like, if you do not know that the landlord or one of the people is coming over, they cannot come over. Like, they cannot just go in our house. They have to be with me, or they have to be with Carol. Like, one of us has to know that they're coming, like just like a regular house. So I said, look, Miss Rain, she doesn't know I'm coming, because me and her are not on good terms, so I don't feel the need to tell her anything anymore. So she said, okay, just open the door. So as I'm going to my door, my room door, it's already open. So mind y'all, I had already been there like last week. You know, I'm in the process of moving away. I had to clean my room up. I had to take things out. I had to take out my belongings, just take out my stuff. And I know for sure that I locked the door. The ghetto in me always remembers to lock the door, because I be scared. So I locked the door, but when we went, the door was cracked already. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. Like, I already knew that something wasn't right. It triggered like, something ain't right. Something is not right with the door. Something is wrong. So I was like, okay. I just tapped the door. Guess what? I should just stop the story time right there and leave y'all as a cliffhanger. Yes. But I opened the door. So that's when, right in front of my eyes, I see a lady holding a newborn in her arms. And then I look to my left and I see a black ass nigga, the color of my jacket, laying in my bed, knocked the out. So I'm just like, and the girl, she was so shocked. The girl with the baby in her arms, she was like, and it was just like a moment. It was like a 5-second pause where it was just like, it was just unbelievable. I didn't know what to say, because I'm not expecting to see her, and I can only imagine that she's damn sure not expecting to see me. So I'm just like, it fuck. Girl, in my head, I was so happy though. Carol finally got caught in her for real. You got caught red-handed. What you gonna say? I'm gonna tell you exactly what she said. The girl who was in front of me with the baby in her arms, she ran to Carol's door, right? She took 2 big steps, because our doors were right next to each other. She leaped to her door. I made her sound like a fraud. And she has the baby in her arms. This rain went off. She was like, oh hell no, hell no, no, like y'all gotta go. Everybody has to go now. She was speaking to Carol. She said, you need to come outside with me right now. I guess Carol was getting up, but she was urging her to get up. Like, get up now. We need to have a private conversation outside right now. Like, hurry up and let's go now. When I seen the girl in my room, my reaction was very calm. Like, I was really calm about the situation. Literally, when it happened, after the 5 seconds of being shocked, I looked back at Miss Rain and I told her, I was like, I'm so sorry. Me apologizing like it ain't my room. Like, she looked at me like, what are you talking about? Because mind y'all, when we walked in the door, she was behind me, so I seen everything first. She like, what's going on? The thing about it is, I'm very calm when things are crazy, because me acting rowdy or getting more upset or crazy doesn't help the situation. And in my head, I'm like, shit, this ain't my room no more. all my stuff gone. Like, they was dead ass in my room sleeping on just a mattress with a blanket that they probably got from her. Like, I don't care, y'all can have that shit. I don't even give a damn. Like, I almost offered them a pillow out my car. Y'all need a pillow? This ain't my problem no more. I ain't give a damn. Carol finally goes outside to talk to Miss Rain. Miss Rain told her, she said, look, you need to be gone within an hour. Get your shit out and leave. One thing that happened was that Carol tried to be slick. She tried to say some. She tells Miss Rain, she says, oh, they just got here. If you looked in my living room, you would have saw a baby bag, baby toys, and on top of that, the nigga in the room, he had a half-smoked Black and Mild on the dresser. That's not no we just got here festivities. And on top of that, it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and both of them were acting like they didn't want to get out of bed. Like, I don't know what the hell y'all was doing last night, but clearly y'all was too lit. Because even when everything was going on, like, Miss Rain is yelling. Like, she's heated. She was upset. Like, get up, get out. And he dead ass stayed in the bed and tried to sleep. I guess he was like, I don't know when the hell I'm gonna sleep again or where I'm gonna sleep at, because that nigga did not move. Like, she had to tell him, like, young man, you gotta get up and go. But she kicked her out and she said, you gotta be gone less than an hour. Miss Rain, she was so cool, because the reason why I took her so long to finally meet me in front of the apartment complex was because she was doing the event where they was like feeding everybody in the program. So she was so cool, she gave me some damn chicken and waffles. I don't eat chicken, but it was a thought that counts. You know, I appreciate it. She told me she wishes me the best. It was the coolest thing ever, because it's like, yes, you got caught red-handed. You was stirring the pot and you got burned. And the only reason she did all of that because she thought that by my stuff being gone, that I had already moved out the unit. Mind y'all, we were not talking, so she didn't know that we had to come back and do that final walkthrough. And it was just like, you finally got what you deserve. And I don't care. Till this day, like, after I posted part 1 of the story time, she has been texting me, like, threatening me, like, even threatening Sydney, like, the most crazy stuff, like, non-stop. She called me, like, 2 or 3 times, even posted about me on social media. I suck the out of you. I'm gonna put those messages in the video, because she's over here saying I'm harassing her and I'm threatening her. But in this story time, I have not included nobody's real name. Nobody knows who this person is for real, but you're going out your way to try to make the issue so big. So I know when she see this story time, she gonna be big mad. This that shit Sis now was talking about. Big mad. You're mad. I'm bad. Big mad. But the thing is that, like, it's gonna be crazy because I'm still not gonna text you back. Like, I'm not gonna reply, because at this point, I'm just telling a story about my life. She wants me to delete the videos. Are you crazy? Hey, look, we here. If the situation was reversed, I would be upset, but it's like, at the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna stop my bag. Like, I'm gonna keep doing me, you feel me? I'm gonna keep striving to be better. I'm gonna keep striving to do great. Like, you're so upset that you dead ass watched an 18-19 minute video about me. That's crazy. I wouldn't do that. Anyway, I just want to end this video by saying, if y'all ever choose to have a roommate, please be wise. Like, be careful who you surround yourself with. If you ever are in a situation where you feel uncomfortable or uneasy, or somebody does something to you that you're not feeling, always let it off your chest. Like, even if it's the smallest thing, like, let that shit out, because at the end of the day, you come first. Because one thing that about this whole thing is, when I finally told her everything I was really feeling, she was like, oh, you're fake as f, because why you ain't say that while you was here? And I thought about that for a minute. It is fake, because I smiled in your face and act like everything was okay, and it wasn't. And that's real fake. And it's like, I did that out of trying to make you comfortable, and I made myself very uncomfortable. So it's like, in the future, I've learned, I'd rather say how I feel and be a real ass nigga and be comfortable, versus to be a fake ass nigga and be uncomfortable, you feel me? Because at the end of the day, you still gonna see me as the bad guy. So that was a big lesson learned. We all make mistakes in life, you know, everybody does things. And to her, because I'm sure she's gonna have somebody watching this video, whatever, I'm probably gonna get a bunch of hate mail, but to you, because I know you watching, you are not a bad person. Like, I do not hate you. I hate the things that you did, and I hated myself for allowing myself to just deal with that, knowing that I didn't with the shit you did. But you need to surround yourself with better people, and you need to get yourself together. You are not a dumb girl. You're still young. You don't have kids. Get yourself together while you still can, before you end up like the people that you surround yourself with. That's all I gotta say. Y'all who watched the whole story time, it's been real. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is probably the longest story time I ever gave y'all. It was so long I had to divide that shit into 2 parts. Can you believe it? Y'all go ahead and tell me y'all opinion in the comment section. I want to know y'all got honest opinion. I want to know y'all real opinion. Let me know, was I wrong for making a story time about this situation? Tell me in the comment section below. Thank you for watching the video. I hope y'all enjoyed this one. It took me a long ass time to do it. It's gonna take me an even longer time to edit it. So go ahead and show me some love. Go ahead and like the video, comment, subscribe, all that, you feel me? It's your girl Nigee Xo. Keep your heart alive, you feel me? We out. Also, I forgot to include in the story time, in the last video in part 1, you'll see messages on there, and even in this thumbnail it says she tried to kill me. And the reason why I put that is because right around the time me and her started having issues and problems, I started getting messages from like an unknown account, and they were saying like, oh, if I see you, I'm gonna beat your ass, like count your days, blah blah blah. I'm not gonna put the messages in the video because I feel like it's unnecessary. If you follow me on Instagram, you already seen it before. I haven't been getting no more crazy threats like that except from her. Like deep down in my heart, I believe she was behind that account, or somebody she knew was behind that account, but I'ma just let that shit be gone. I just had to tell you my experience. After this, I ain't talking about the situation no more. Thank y'all for watching the video. We out, gang. And I'm still alive and healthy, bitch. Ha!